Dagesh. Dagesh. Somebody will say, what is Dagesh? We say that Dagesh is the piercing dot at the heart of a letter. A Hebrew word, there are 6 Hebrew words that we have piercing dots at their heart. Look at the slide. You will see the 6 Hebrew words: B, G, D, K, P, T. B, G, D, K, P, T. If you look at that slide, you will see that the underneath, the one that is down, has piercing dots. Piercing dot, piercing. Look at the B. You will see that the B on top does not have a dot in between it. So it does not have a dagesh. But the one under has a dot at the heart of it. So the G under, the D under, the other K, P, T. The ones under have dots piercing them. They are called dagesh. They are called dagesh. The ones on top don't have, so they are appearing normally. So this dagesh now appears only on the 6 gutturals, because the 6 Bogat Kafat letters. These 6 letters, B, G, D, K, P, T. This B, G, D, K, P, T, they have dots. And these 6 letters, each of them is made hard in pronunciation by the dot. Otherwise it will appear soft. For instance, the B on top will be like BH without the dot in it. It will be like to be as if in English you are pronouncing V, soft V. But when it is dotted, it will be b, not as BH. Ditto, the G will look like GH without the dot. So the 6 letters without the dot are said to be soft, and they are pronounced as sprent. When the dot is inserted, they become hard. So this dot is what we call dagesh lene. Dagesh lene. Dagesh lene. Dagesh lene then applies to the 6 letters which we call B, G, D, K, P, T. Some people will pronounce them as Bogat Kafat letters, but let's concern ourselves with that they are B, G, D, K, P, T. And we said when we see them inserted, it makes them hard. Now we have talked about dagesh lene. Now we also talk about dagesh forte. Now what is dagesh forte? Dagesh forte is the dot that also appears in Hebrew letters, but this time around not just on the Bogat Kafat letters, not just on the 6 that we have mentioned earlier, but when they appear, they have their significance. So the Bogat Kafat letters, or the BGDKPT, which we normally call Bogat Kafat, dagesh forte can appear in all letters, including the 6 gutturals, the 6 letters BGDKPT, with the exception of the gutturals and the resh. Only the gutturals and the resh cannot have the dagesh forte. Remember, we talked of dagesh lene, which is the dagesh which hardens. Now we are talking of dagesh forte. Dagesh forte. What does dagesh forte do? Dagesh forte doubles. Dagesh forte doubles. Dagesh forte doubles. It does not harden. It is dagesh lene that hardens, but dagesh forte doubles. And where do we see dagesh lene? We explained earlier that it is in BGDKPT. And when we see them, it makes them hard instead of they are being spread or soft. But we say that we see in Dages 40, we see them in all letters of the alphabet, excepting the gutturals, which we have explained: Aleph, Het, and Ayin, and Resh. Those 5 from the 22, it's only those 5 that cannot be doubled, because when Dagesh appear in them, they make them double. So the guttural being throat letter cannot be doubled in pronunciation, and the Resh cannot also be doubled in pronunciation. So the letter, we say that, we explain that there is Dagesh 40, there is Dagesh Lene. Why do we have this doubling? Sometimes it will be to compensate, in which case we call it Dagesh Lene compensative. Dagesh Lene compensative. It compensates for a missing word. For instance, when you want to have a long letter, or when you want to have a compound word, as in English, sometimes you combine letters, you see them combined. Or as we see in Hebrew, if you look at the example there in the slide, in the Min-Sol, you see that you want to say from Saul, perhaps, and you are now joining it as one word. You will need to see that there must be a compensation, because there must be something that will be removed and the other one will be added. It's just like in English, when you are saying wasn't, when you are saying was not or is not, you don't say I is N-O-T. Isn't, you say isn't. You remove that O, you remove that O, and when you remove that O, you compensate with a comma. That is what we talk of in Dagesh 40 compensative. So it does not only exist to double, it also exists to compensate. For instance, in the English word immune, illegal, you see that what you have done is the Latin word illegal becomes illegal, I-L-L. You remove the N, but you double, you compensate by doubling the L to mean illegal instead of illegal. Immune, I-N-M-U-N is what it should have been, but it becomes immune because you have removed that M-N and you have doubled it to make it I-M-M instead of I-N-M. So that is how it becomes Dagesh 40 compensative. Now, you will still have Dagesh 40 characteristics. There are some you cannot explain. But when you see them, they are just there. It is characteristic of them. These things, this Dagesh 40 characteristic, it is just its character. Wherever you see it, it is like that. It does not mean anything else, but it is characteristic of it. Then there's another one we call Dagesh 40 euphonic. Dagesh 40 euphonic is sometimes to make it clearer in pronunciation. So we said that we have Dagesh, and we started by telling us that there is what we call Dagesh Lene. Then after explaining Dagesh Lene, we said Dagesh Lene is the word, the dot at the heart of the letter, and that dot at the heart of the letter, we say it makes it hard. When it is not there, it is burnt or it is soft. Then we try to explain the Dages forte. We say the Dages forte appears in all the 22 letters excepting the 4 gutturals, and the gutturals are Aleph, He, Het, and Ayin plus Resh. Remember, Resh is not part of the guttural, but it involves the Resh this time around. So we say the 22 minus 5. You can have it in all of them. Whereas if it is Dageshlene appears only on the 6, as we had explained earlier. But here it is on all the 22 excepting 5. So when you minus 5 from 22, you will get that Dagesh 40 appears in all of them. And we said that there are Dagesh 40. We have Dagesh 40 compensative. Dagesh 40 compensative. We have explained the Dagesh 40 compensative, where you have word isn't. It should be is not. We still talk of Dagesh 40 compensative, Dagesh 40 characteristic, and we say there are still Dagesh 40 euphonic. Thank you very much. But remember, we said you must pick a copy of any Hebrew text to explain to you as we are explaining. Maybe there are questions you will need to ask. If you can get across to us, we'll answer. Otherwise, those textbooks may give you clearer understanding of what we are talking. Thank you very much.